All right, so what are we doing? All right, I got some new parts. If you saw my last video, we went to US 131 Dragway. For the first time, we ran the car. You can see how the car just wasn't getting any traction. So if you watch the video, you can see I'm pretty much skating. I mean, I'm getting zero traction, literally not laying any rubber down. So we picked up a Steeda drag pack stage 1 kit. That includes the lower control arms, the upper control arm, and I believe it's the upper control arm mount. Now these are very nicely machined pieces. These are Steeda's design. The lower control arm is a billet aluminum. The upper control arm is a turnbuckle style piece to adjust pinion angle when you lower your car. And then of course it's another, just a stronger mount for that upper control arm. So we'll get to see these pieces. Let me get them out of the boxes. This is a really nice piece. So Steeda also has another kit that includes the drive shaft, and I didn't get that during this order, but when coupled with their aluminum drive shaft, there is a weight reduction. Steeda's claiming 36 to 40 pounds, which is good. So with that Steeda drag pack kit in the drive shaft, not just a weight reduction, they are claiming a 0.3 of a second improvement. Hopefully this whole kit is going to help the car plant them tires down on the ground. Let's get to the other pieces. This is the upper control arm. You can see the turnstile here that will adjust, and then that allows you to adjust your pinion angle. So this is a really nice piece. All these pieces can be purchased separately if you wish. And then the other upper support is basically this. This is just a reinforced support. We are going to work on getting this installed today. I'm going to do that. We'll get the car up on the jack and see what it takes. Now, I'm not doing the whole kit. I will probably just do the lower control arms. Okay, we got the car up. One of the first things we need to do is remove this retainer for the emergency brake cable. I'm just gonna hit it a little bit. Not that it needs it, but it's also good to lubricate. So here's the retainer. This right here. We're gonna pull that off and then get the emergency brake cable out of the way. All right, the nuts and bolt on the lower control arm are 18mm. You want to make sure you got the right size socket when you're taking that off. So we'll see if we can get you under there and get you a good view. We managed to get broken loose with the larger breaker bar. We're going to get a smaller wrench on it until the quad exhaust is getting in the way. Get that taken off. You want to make sure your hardware stays organized. And give this a little lubrication before we reassemble it. Front side is off. Everything stays in place. Oh, nice, very nice. So now we just got the back one to do. Now we have the rear we're removing. So actually this is not too bad of a job to do. Alright, I think you guys got that, so we're gonna pause here. Alright, here's two pieces side by side. This is the back, actually, where you got this solid piece. This goes on the back, this is the front. But you can see the difference between the two. It's night and day. Before we get this installed, we're gonna grease the front where that bolt goes in, and then we are also gonna grease the back. Steeda suggests we grease the sides of that bushing. So we'll get them greased, we'll get wheel installed. You see how it came off? It's pretty simple going back on. It's basically the same way. We have to find our torque specs to get it torqued on and tightened properly. Okay, we're back. We have some lithium-based grease for the polyurethane bushing. We are going to get the lower control arm greased up with the lithium-based grease, and then we'll get it installed. So we're going to put it on the ends. I am also going to put some Alright, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We'll get it put up in the car, and then we'll get you to get a quick view of that. Alright, we got the piece on. Of course, you saw us grease it up. We have our torque wrench set to 129 foot-pounds of torque for front and the back. Get it torqued down to spec. All right, it's on. There we go. All right, we're all set. We're gonna put the cable back on, emergency brake cable, and then we're gonna repeat the same thing on the opposite side of the car. I will not film that, but I think the viewers got a good idea what it takes to install a lower control arm. Get the retainer clip back on. I wanted to mention, you first put your cable into place, and then you stretch it back down to your bracket to get it in place, otherwise you won't be able to do it. And then you get your retainer clip on. It's going to go on just like this. Then we're good to go. We'll get the wheel back on, and then we'll repeat for the opposite side. So this is what it looks like on. It's a really nice piece. All right, we're ready to get the wheel back on. So I just want to add, there's something about working on a car and listening to classic 60s and 70s music. There's a huge connection for me about this. This is cool. This is in my heart. This is what I remember helping my dad work on his cars as a kid and growing up. And that was the era, right? 60s. I was 68 when we got the Super B. But we had all kinds of cars. We just messed around and worked on it. Take the motors out, put them in. He helped me build my first car, my 63 four-door Galaxy. In fact, I still have that car. And might do an episode on that. I didn't even think about that. That was my very first car. But anyways, this is cool. This is really cool. So I'm enjoying this. All right, thanks. Thanks for watching.